Hello, I'm Denise LaFrance. Coming up next on City Beat. Is your street in need of repairs? Find out how the city of Las Cruces chooses streets to work on. We'll introduce you to the process. The art scene is growing in the city. There are several places with creativity on display. We'll show you a few. The first City of Las Cruces Neighborhood Expo took place last month. We'll show you how the city is reaching out to its residents. And Las Cruces Senior Programs is working hard to save seniors even more money when they go to local shops and restaurants. That and more coming up next. Welcome to City Beat for the month of April. You may have seen some around town, roads that are in need of repairs. But what you may not know are how street construction projects are determined. Who makes the final decision and what are some of the factors involved? CLC TV's Jennifer Martinez explains what she learned from the Public Works Department.
Las Cruces has 500 miles of city-operated streets. That's a lot of road to keep up with. At a glance, this map may help you see which roads need the most attention.
Red is pretty bad, and we have a scale. It's about 5 colors, going from red to green, and you have intermediate orange and yellow.
Red lines show roads in need of complete reconstruction. Green lines are new or just treated roads. So how does the city decide which roads will get an upgrade next? It starts with a computer program and field data that was collected a few years ago. The whole process is called Pavement Management System, or PMS.
It's a very scientific, systematic approach that we're taking, that we're not just randomly picking streets.
Each year, the city identifies its street repair budget, plugs that monetary number into the PMS system, and that determines the best way to treat the road.
What happens then is the intelligence of the software determines the right timing for the right type of application to the road.
The applications include, for example, pothole patching, crack sealing, pavement replacement, or full reconstruction.
Several years ago, Cindy Place was recognized as a street in need of pavement replacement. It will soon undergo treatment, which will extend the life of this road for several years.
What we do is we bring in a milling machine that removes the asphalt from the roadway. That asphalt is generally about 2 inches thick. And then we leave the base course, which is the gravel under the asphalt. We leave that in place, we recompact the base course, and then we put back 3 inches of new asphalt.
Well, here I'm showing Cindy Place, this street right here, and it's showing part of its red just for visuals. It needs to be redone, and it will be redone, and this is how it shows afterwards.
And departments will work together to make sure all upgrades needed are done at the same time to save the city money and the drivers the headache of detours.
Most of our utilities lie in the roadbed. So we don't want to go in and do an asphalt project and find out later that the sewer lines or the gas lines or water lines need to be replaced shortly after. So we coordinate with them.
After roads are treated, the data is updated in the PMS, making red roads green and making the treated roads last a lot longer for a lot less money than a complete redo. For City Beat, I'm Jennifer Martinez.
Thanks, Jennifer. If you'd like to learn even more about the pavement management system, you can access our City Council meeting archives from February 24th. Just go to clctv.com and click on the Meetings tab. Artists in Las Cruces are finding great opportunities to show their work thanks to an increased interest in art and the venues for them to be on display. CLC TV's Dominic Aragon explains.
I'm Chris Barty. I'm a co-founder and a managing artist here at the West End Art Depot. What we are is we're in a 1950 Quonset hut, which originally, I guess, was some sort of ice house, ice storage for produce that would come off the trains. Right here next to the Railroad Museum in downtown Las Cruces. We're about 6 blocks from Main Street. And we're an arts co-op, so we have a bunch of working studios in the Quonset hut. We have a small event space, it's a couple thousand square feet. We do some concerts, fundraisers, dances, just whatever kind of community art-related events people want to hold. We featured shows since June of 2012. We've had a different show every month in the gallery. We featured NMSU undergraduate students, graduate students, different community groups have used us for their shows. So we basically, we rent out as a community gallery, and then we also feature a lot of our member artists.
Well, my name is Derek Roberts, and we're in Las Cruces, New Mexico at Art Obscura. This is the art gallery that I opened about 4 months ago, and this is my attempt at, starting something new in Las Cruces. Well, there's definitely an underground culture building in this town. I feel like Las Cruces is on the precipice of becoming, this really rich and vibrant art town, art city. And I feel like this is just the beginning of the things that are going to come out of Las Cruces. Las Cruces is just like growing and growing right now. I feel like this is the best place I could possibly be making art and promoting other artists.
My name is Luke Navarro. I'm co-owner of the Trunk, and an artist as well. Our main goal was to open something up where we could feature, the non-traditional, non-contemporary art that you usually see around the Southwest, which I appreciate and I love it also, but we just wanted to create an avenue for artists that are, just, I guess, trying to stray from the norm. I've grown up here my whole life, and there's just so many talented artists here and individuals. I figure there needs to be more of a platform for them to showcase their talent from,
I'm loving art right now because it's given me a chance to do what I love and to constantly surround myself with art. This place is allowing me to live in an art-filled world and be able to spread it with other people. That's what I'm loving about it right now.
It means everything. It's my safety net, it's my fallback. When something's going wrong, there's always art there for you, whether it's, music, art takes many different forms, but definitely it's a fallback, man.
It's probably the thing that keeps me sane. I'm a creative and energetic person, and if I wasn't making art and following my own whims creatively and artistically, I would be miserable. If I didn't know how to tap into that, I wouldn't be a happy person.
Thank you, Dominic. If you're a fan, you'll be sure to find something in Las Cruces. If you like the outdoors, you'll be pleased to hear Las Cruces has a new recreational area. The city has been working with the Army Corps of Engineers to improve the environment near the Las Cruces Dam. The Las Cruces Dam Restoration Project, located east of Interstate 25, is not quite finished, but this recreational area has been years in the making. Right now it includes a walking trail, a reclaimed water wetland pond, which will include more native vegetation, a reintroduction of cottonwood trees, and an area to sit back and take in what you would naturally see in the Chihuahuan Desert.
This project has been a long time coming. The Army Corps wanted to try to give back to the community since they went in there and destroyed a lot of the habitat, a lot of the vegetation when they built the dam in the early 70s.
The City and Army Corps have spent more than $1 million on the project, and more trails could be added in the future. Las Cruces is helping to save water, energy, and money by building green. The city now owns several energy-efficient buildings. City Hall and the Convention Center are LEED certified. LEED stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. The Mesilla Valley Intermodal Transit Terminal, Regional Aquatic Center, Sage Cafe, Fire Station 7, and the Museum of Nature and Science all use LEED principles to be sustainable.
It's important from the aspects of the city as a leader in the government that it demonstrates to the community that the city is moving forward in leading the way, that's LEAD, leading the way in environmental sustainability.
Mendez says it also demonstrates the city is using its resources efficiently and maximizing the expenditure of capital dollars. Las Crucens got a chance to ask questions and learn more about city government last month, and so did a new member of CLC TV. Here at our studio, we have an intern from our sister city in Nuremberg, Germany. Rika Shakenoff explains what the Las Cruces Neighborhood Expo was and how it helped to introduce some people to the services and people of city government.
I'm new in Las Cruces and I'm still learning how the city government works here. The Neighborhood Expo was a great opportunity for Las Cruces residents and myself to find out more about the city. Expo organizers provided activities for both kids and adults.
I came to see the ballet folklorico dancers, and I think that they're really adorable, and I just like to see anything that brings the city together. I think it's a really important thing to do to build community and, you know, just to get people out and see what we can do, because a lot of people don't know what Las Cruces has to offer, but I think we do have a lot to offer, so it's good to showcase it.
The entertainment brought a lot of interest and helped get people into City Hall to see more displays and talk to staff. Some people say they already use city services and are here to find out more about Las Cruces programs.
I'm going to be 70 May 1st, and so I do use the Dial-A-Ride in the mornings early to go to a class at the Aquatic Center, and then 2 days a week to go to another class somewhere else.
The event also allowed inhabitants to express worries or wishes for the city. Different age groups have different concerns.
Since we've been here, we haven't seen any growth in the industry, which concerns us because we look at if we want to stay here, would our children have the potential to utilize a degree if they went to the university? And we continue to not see any growth.
Here, I would like to see professional soccer players play.
Organizers were very happy about the reception by the people of Las Cruces. And with their feedback, the city can do even better next year.
We just want the public to know that we are approachable as a municipality, as a city government, that they can approach us with any questions. If they have any problems, they can reach out to us. We are trying to reach out to them.
Reporting for City Beat, I'm Rika Schockenoff.
Next month, Miss Schockenhoff explains her first experiences in the City of the Crosses, including traditional New Mexican food, culture, and music. We look forward to letting you get to know our visitor from our sister city, Nuremberg, Germany. If you want to know more about what's going on in our city, including emergency situations, places to avoid due to accidents, or things to generally be aware of, you can sign up online for our free Nixle service. That and more in our City Minute. Las Cruces is discontinuing its Las Cruces notification system program and instead urging residents to sign up for Nixle service instead. You can head to the city's webpage at las-cruces.org. There you can create an account to receive alerts from the Las Cruces police and fire departments. Las Cruces Parks and Rec is accepting applications until May 9th for specialty camps and summer recreation programs. You can register at Mearshite Recreation Center Wednesdays through Fridays and on Saturdays. Summer recreation program sites are by lottery only. They are on a first-come, first-served basis. For more information, contact Recreation Programs at 541-2455. Brannigan Library is hosting classes to raise awareness of grant funding. Participants will learn grant-seeking basics and how to identify funding sources. A guide to online grant seeker resources class takes place on Thursday, May 8th, and a proposal writing basics class takes place Thursday, May 22nd. Register by phone at 528-4005. Las Cruces is ranked one of the top retirement communities in the country. And with an aging population comes the need to provide services to our senior citizens. The city of Las Cruces offers a variety of centers, food services, activities, and other resources for seniors. Here's CLC TV's Udel Vigil with more.
Hello and welcome. Our guest for this edition of ASTA is Sonia Saldana, Senior Programs Administrator for the City of Las Cruces. Sonia, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, let's begin with this scenario, and this is true. I turn 55 next month, okay? I know it's hard to believe by looking at me, but I am. I'm turning 55. So if I'm new to senior programs and I approach and I say, okay, here I am, I'm 55 years old, what kind of services can I expect to receive?
I think that you will find a great variety of services that we can offer. We have exercise classes. We have art classes. Zumba Gold is one of the most popular ones that I see in the evening hours. And that one is offered at Munson Center.
Pretty popular?
Very popular. We have recreation activities. You know, we have, if you want to do stained glass, if you want to work in the lapidary, if you're turning 55 and you have grandchildren and need assistance with services for your grandchildren, we have a grandparent raising grandchildren program.
And how does that work?
That program is based on a grandparent or a relative of a child, 18 and below, that doesn't have a parent that is assuming the responsibility for the caregiving.
Okay.
So if they're through adoption, as long as they're through blood relation, then you can qualify for the program. And you can get access information. You can have counseling services. So there's a great variety of services, and most of the services that we offer, we try to tailor to help the person meet the specific needs that they're lacking in their life.
And again, these are all free services
These
to
are all
people.
free services,
None
yes.
of these you have to pay for to participate in these activities.
We have donation-based services,
Okay.
and those are the congregate meals, the home-delivered meals, our home care program.
Okay, and I wanted to touch on that. So you provide meals, or senior programs provide meals at several centers around town. Let's
Yes.
just take, for instance, Munson. So at what age can somebody go and start eating there?
People are eligible to start eating there at 60 for a donation-based.
Okay.
Anybody 59 and below can always join us for lunch, but they have to pay the full cost.
Okay, and what is it?
And that is $6.75.
Okay, and then you touched on Meals on Wheels or home-delivered meals for people. I guess these are homebound residents?
These are individuals that are homebound. And those individuals, the process for getting those services is through an assessment. Somebody in the community will call and say, so-and-so is a homebound individual, they need services. And so we do an intake, a case manager gets sent out, they assess the situation, they assess the person, and depending on the needs, they're going to refer them to the program, or they're going to go ahead and whatever service is already in place for them, they're either going to go ahead and ask the agency that they're working with for additional services, or we're going to work in conjunction with them. So it's not you qualify or you don't qualify. There's always room for the case managers to work with the individual and maximize the services that they're getting or the services that they need.
Okay, very good. And lastly, you're constantly making improvements to our various facilities around town. Now, there's going to be some improvements coming to Munson Center.
Yes, we are going to be having some renovation going on at Munson, and the HVAC system is one that's being replaced. We're adding a pool room. We're calling it a pool room.
A billiards pool.
A billiards pool room, And so, you know, throughout the years, we hope that we can only make the facilities better. Not only Munson, but the other centers that we also work with or that we have under us. And that's Benavides Center, the Eastside Center. You know, we also serve meals at the Frank O'Brien Papin Center. And then we also have the Sage Cafe, which we're trying to get services out there for the individuals that live in that area of town.
Okay, and that's fairly new. That's on the East Mesa Road,
yes.
off 70 and Porter Drive. Okay. Well, Sonia, and just real quick, a phone number people can call if they want more information on senior programs?
And they can call 528-3000, which is the main line at Munson Center. And if anybody's interested in home services, homemaker services, long-term care services, anything out in the community, that is 541-2451.
All right, terrific. Sonia Saldana, thank you so much for joining us. She is the Senior Programs Administrator for the City of Las Cruces.
Thanks, Udell. For more information on senior programs, call 528-3000 or go to las-cruces.org. That's all for this episode of City Beat. Remember, tune in for live City Council meetings right here Mondays at 1 p.m. Plus, all archived meetings and programs can be found on clctv.com. Plus, don't forget to like us on our Facebook page. Thanks for joining us. I'm Denise LaFrance.